Cool. So good to see you, Steve.
And good to see you again.
And what do you want to talk about this week?
I don't know. The strange part of last week was that we had I'm sure, a theme of what we were going to discuss, and as usual, we go off themes quite a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
It's the fun part to it, actually.
Yeah. Because we never know where we're going to end up.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. A discussion of this week then. So I'll use it as a personal thing, and I think that it bodes well with things that are going on. For history, as we go back, we're obviously still in the middle of our lockdown, so to speak. We've had some messages from down south that weren't particularly the same as the messages up north. Which created mass confusion, it seems. I say mass confusion, I mean that in whatever conversation I have with somebody, there's confusion. Now, that doesn't mean mass, as in, I'm not talking about the world here. But different people's take on what's going to happen next. There are different people's fear. That is definitely out there. And from a personal perspective, I have struggled this week in particular. I've regressed this week, in fact. I am not using all my knowledge on progression and pushing forward. I've not managed to push forward much since we last talked, which was 6 days ago, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, the variation of topics on that would be how easy it is to regress. And I'd like to blame the situation that we were in. But let's be honest, there's a bigger, broader topic there in that the grand ideas and not meeting them, and the disappointment that you are fulfilling by not meeting, whether it be your targets or, I didn't set particular targets this week, but just the natural progression that I normally try and achieve. And a fun... Lots of reasons to it. I could go through lots of reasons why, but it's certainly a topic: the regression, the fear, the unknown, the difficulty that people are having in not knowing what. The strange thing is that I've spoken to one of my neighbours who the unknown of tomorrow. Now, the strange thing is that they said that on Sunday. And they work in construction. Now, we said this at tea time on Sunday, before the announcement was made, so to speak. And after the announcement was made, I did sit there and have a small giggle to myself, because I realised how much unknown that had caused for my neighbour, who is in that field of construction that was mentioned. But still, he was... He's not aware whether he was having to go to work on the Monday. It's that strange. So yeah,
I'd like to talk to that a second. The fear of the unknown. Imagine if your next door neighbour had a fear of spiders. I'm just going to draw a spider. I don't know if you can see that there. So if your next door neighbour had a fear of spiders, we could point to the spider and say, yeah, there's a fear, okay, and we then work on that, okay? Fear of the unknown. What's another word for the unknown?
Nothing.
Correct. Imagine if you had a fear of nothing. How cool would that be? Because that's what it is. It's the fear of nothing. Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, we never know.
We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen from 1 minute to the next, obviously. However, what's happened in the past is gone. It's in our memory. We carry it through time in our heads. And The future, we don't know. So all we have is the now. So we are fearing something that we don't know. And we get caught up in our heads and creating all these stories, all these situations, all these scenarios, like the best soap operas and the best films, thinking,
Yeah.
oh, what if? What if? Oh, imagine if that, imagine if. And it could be positive, it could be negative. And people then use that as the basis for getting worried, forgetting that they've completely made it up.
It's always going to be their version as well, isn't it?
Correct. Now, for yourself as well, where you said that you hadn't done a lot this week, and that you normally set goals, but you didn't achieve your goal. Well, again, it's something that's made up. No one said, I didn't come to you and say that's your goal, and no one came to you and say, right, Steve, this week, this is your goal. You created that goal. So if you don't achieve it, so what? It's made up. It means absolutely nothing.
Yeah. We've discussed it before with accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And because it means nothing, we're scared of nothing. We're worried of nothing. Yeah.